Would you look at that? It's already the second character fight, or clan fight rather, not character fight, of the month. So we're finally here with Megacolony. So Megacolony has made its appearance in Vanguard 0. Only took it, more than half a year, but it's finally here. But I guess it's a good time for it to come out because they this way can release a more full package, and it feels like, looking at the cards already, feels like a pretty good package, let's put it that way. So let's, as always, take a look at the cards first, what actually comes in the event, and then after we do that, we're gonna actually look at the event itself. So let's just get into it. Let's get to Megacolony here. So all three zoo clans are here. Which ones do we have? We have all three zoo clans. We have all three Megalanica clans. Dark Zone is missing Gear Chronicle. Is that it? I think it's just Gear Chronicle. And then Stargate is missing Link Joker. Dragon Empire is missing Murakumo and Nubatama. I think that's it. And then United Sanctuary is missing just Genesis, I believe. So not that much. Not that much. There's only so many clans left to add. But anyway, looking at Megacolony. So, we have three starters. First, we have Machining Worker Ant. Rearguard Circle when placed. So this doesn't have Forerunner, keep that in mind. Rearguard Circle when placed. Choose another one of your rearguards that has machining in its name and stand it. So this cannot be called as a Forerunner, but the only way to run it in your deck is as a starter. So keep that in mind because there is a way we can get it out. We have Megacolony Battler C. Rearguard Circle, this does have Forerunner, so the other starters do have Forerunner. Rearguard Circle, when the attack it boosted hits a Vanguard, you may put him into your soul, and then choose one of your opponent's rearguards and paralyze it. What is Paralyze? Paralyze says that a unit that is paralyzed is, it rests for the next turn. Until the end of the next turn, it is resting, it cannot stand, and it cannot move. So that's something new actually, because in the past, paralyzed units could move, but now you cannot even move them back and forth, so they're stuck in place as resting, but you can call over them, so it's not like lock. Then we have the Giraffa Grade 1. Giraffa Grade 1 says when the Grade 1 Giraffa rides it, you search your deck for a Grade 2 Giraffa added to your hand, and in the soul, when a unit that is not the Grade 1 Giraffa rides it, you call it to Rearguard Circle. So that's quite nice. The Perfect Guard is Paralyzed Madonna, and then we have here Machining Hornet. When placed, Vanguard and Rearguard Circle, if you have a Machining in Soul, this one gains plus 3k, so 10k booster or attacker. Very good actually, this will be good for making numbers. Machining Mosquito is on place, Soul Charge 1, also a good card. Then the Giraffa Grade 1 says if you have the Giraffa Grade 0, or Giraffa I think it's supposed to be pronounced, then it gains plus 2k permanently, so 8k. And then Rearguard Circle when placed, discard a Grade 3 to search your deck for the Grade 3 Giraffa. Then we have the 8k Vanilla Phantom Black. Then we have Karma Queen. So Vanguard and Rearguard Circle when placed, Canvas 2 to paralyze one of your opponent's rearguards, which is a little bit overcosted for Canvas 2. Then we have the Toxic Soldier. So this is, the bad parts of the Vanguard community. So Toxic Soldier says when this unit attacks, he ignores intercept. So basically it's an attacker that does not take intercept, which is basically like Blockade or the Desert Gunners, but like on steroids I would say, because this is just permanently existing as an effect, so it's always threatening. Then we have the Mad Fly. Mad Fly says when the attack boosted hits, you discard one to draw one, so just your standard filter effect. Then we have Stealth Millipede. So when it boosts the Vanguard, if all of your opponent's units are resting, this unit gains 4k, so it's a 10k booster if your opponent's all units are resting, which in 0 they don't always. Sometimes your opponent can choose not to boost with some attacks because they hit anyway. Then we have Megacolony Battler B. When the boosted attack hits a Vanguard, Canvas 1 to paralyze one of your opponent's rearguards. This is a very good ability, I think. Paralyze, I think, will be pretty nice against some decks because, against certain decks, they might not have the juice to keep going, to keep calling cards out every turn if you keep paralyzing their stuff, so that's pretty nice. Then we have Water Gang. When the attack hits, Canvas 2 to draw cards, so just a Maiden of Libra clone. Then we have the Grade 2 Giraffa. We have a Grade 1 Giraffa in the Soul, plus 1k permanently. And then when the attack hits a Vanguard, you paralyze one of your opponent's rearguards. So this one's free. So this one's actually pretty good. I think this card, it only works on Vanguard Circle, but you might want to run the right chain purely because this is good. The Grade 3 is not that good, but this is pretty good. So I think that's actually quite decent. It's just that they might not be calling rearguards yet at that stage of the game, so that's the only thing. Then we have Machining Armor Beetle. When placed, put one of your other rearguards to soul, and then you choose one of your opponent's rearguards and paralyze it. This was a promo back in the day, and this was actually a very sought after promo for machining because it's actually a very nice ability because you have a lot of machining skills that say when placed from soul, like the grade 0 we looked at, the worker ant, that like when placed from soul, do something like count +1 to paralyze. And then you can use this guy to put them back in and then paralyze something else, and then you use other effects like the machining grade 3 to call them back out. So that's very, very nice. So this is definitely a good grade 2. That's what I'm saying, the card quality of Megacolony this time around is quite nice. Machining Mantis. Vanguard rearguard, when placed, if you have a machining in your soul, then he gains plus 3k, so 12k attacker for machining, very easy to accomplish. Then we have the 12k attacker for Girafa, otherwise it loses 5k if you don't have the Girafa grade 2 or 3. Then we have the Bloody Hercules. The reason why I'm saying Girafa, by the way, is because that's how it's written in Japanese, so I've always said Girafa my whole life. Then we have the Toxic Trooper. So this card is a 9k grade 2 that says this unit attacks and ignores intercept, which is really good for a 9k grade 2. It's literally the Desert Gunners on steroids, like I said. So that's very nice. That's definitely very nice. We have Lady Bomb. So she's Vanguard rearguard when placed, count +2 to paralyze an opponent's rearguard. It's like the same as the grade 1 basically. Then we have the Tail Joe. He says during your turn, if all of your opponent's units are resting, then gain plus 3k, so 11k attacker, pretty decent. This is Steel Spider. So when the attack hits a Vanguard, if you have another 4 different rearguards, 4 rearguards not counting this card, you draw a card, so every clan has this card. We'll get to the triple rares in a second. I guess we can look at Girafa already. So Girafa says, if you have the grade 2 Girafa in your soul, gains 1k permanently, and when the attack hits a Vanguard, you may count +1 and retire 2 rearguards in order to retire 2 of your opponent's grade 1 or less rearguards. So this effect I think is quite weak. I think this is actually not a good effect at all. I don't know, it's like it doesn't feel that very nice. Count +1, but having to nuke your own rearguards to get rid of theirs just doesn't seem very good to me. So I don't know, it's like, it kind of just feels lukewarm. Feels like it could have been better. I don't know. At least that's how I feel about it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I just don't feel like it's that good of a card this time around compared to the rest of the card pool. Then we have the Antlion, so V-Series players will know this card for sure. Main phase, beginning of main phase, Soul Charge 1, gain 2k, and Soul Blast 6, count +4, and you may paralyze all of your opponent's rearguards, which is pretty strong. So basically they just like start their turn, only their Vanguard stands. That's pretty strong. Then we have the Hell Spider. Hell Spider says during your turn, if all of your opponent's rearguards are resting, he's a 13k attacker, pretty good. And when placed Vanguard rearguard, count +2 to paralyze one of your opponent's rearguards. So this might be run just for that ability. Then we have the Lady Butterfly. This card's art was very popular back in the day. She's just, when she attacks Vanguard, gains 2k, so might be run. Then, I completely forgot about this, but Violent Vesper is a on-place, call the top card of your deck. So this is a bad bar car. I completely forgot that Megacolony has a bad bar car. And so basically, if you know the really good Shadow Paladin card that you play as a heal, you'll play this card too, because it does the exact same thing. So it's a free +1 for a deck that doesn't retire its own stuff. So pretty damn good. And finally, we have Master Frodo. I'm not sure what that translates as. When the attack hits, Soul Blast 3 to draw 1. And when it's boosted, it gains plus 3k. This is really nice actually, because this is Vanguard and Rearguard on that Soul Blast 3 draw 1 ability. So if you're running a deck that like has a bunch of soul charging and like you don't rely on like the machining engine too much, you can just draw a bunch of cards for free. Because this can hit anything. It can hit Rearguards too. It doesn't have to hit Vanguard. So like I said, card quality is good. Then I think it's the only machining grade 3, right? Because Master Beetle is not a machining. No, it's not. So that's the only machining grade 3, I believe. It is Machining Stag Beetle. He says, when placed on Vanguard Circle, you call 2 machinings from your soul as rest, and for that turn, this unit gains their combined power. So, him on his own, pretty good. I mean, he gains power. He's a 10k base, which is a bit sad, but he's a double rare, so it's easy to get. And he gains power, which lets you get over their defensive triggers. And on top of that, you get to call your machinings from your soul, and you'll notice a lot of these machinings, they work from being called from the soul, and then you can recycle them with this grade 2 as well, which is very, very good. So this is a good grade 3. This is actually a very good double rare for Megacolony, and like machinings will only get more support in the future, so that's very nice. And the final card, which I think is the kind of the best card of the set, or like the best limit break card until the break red era for Megacolony, is Master Beetle. So Master Beetle has one skill only, but he's an 11k base and has the Vanguard skill. Limit break 4, when this attacks the Vanguard, you counterblast 1 and paralyze 2 of your opponent's rear guards. So this is the best like counterblast to paralyze conversion, because some of your supported cards say counterblast 2 to paralyze 1. This has counterblast 1 to paralyze 2, so it's like really good for that reason, I'd say. So this is very good. Master Beetle's very good. Definitely the chase triple rare, I would say. And then after that, you want to definitely get your machining stack beetles. These, oh my god, this card is just nuts that it exists. These like intercept sealers for sure. And then, you know, the 12k attackers, like the machining mantis and the machining armor beetle, you know, and stuff like that. Maybe you probably want Water Gang 2 just for the convert that counterblast into a draw rather than a paralyze. I think this also for intercept sealing is good. And then like, I don't know, Battler B is good. Counterblast 1 for 1 paralyze is also nice. And then, you know, this for sure, 10k attacker, 10k booster, soul charging would help as well. So there's a lot of ways you can build Megacolony, even from this one wave. So in terms of card quality, very nice. But now let's look at the actual event and what goes on in the lands of our Megacolony user. All right, let's get into it. It's time for Megacolony. So coming out, the event will last until basically the next set drops, which is on August 1st. So that's when Break Ride finally starts, when the Link Joker season arrives. A lot of people's favorite season, actually. Alright, let's go, Morikawa-kun. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so looks like they're fighting. So it's just the usual banter. Morikawa's been pretty important in these last few fights, or last few character events. And here we have Osamu. Welcome. Oh, it's you, isn't it? It's you guys. So it's like the little brother and the youngest brother. So very cool. He's like, oh yeah, you guys were the ones that like went to that shop tournament, weren't you? He's like, yeah, I'm the Megacolony user, Osamu. So he's like, oh, you were that strong? Because he was like flexing his... He's like, ah, yeah, I remember. He's like, yeah, back then you were playing against Morikawa and lost. He's like, ah, yes, that time I did indeed lose. But today I will not. Oh, Aichi gets slashed. Huh? Wow, it's my victory! Morikawa actually won. Against Limit Break Aichi with Platina and everything. Crazy. He's like, ah, Aichi, it looks like you're starting to get stronger too. But it's like, oh, if you played with a deck with a good balance, you could be so much better. I guess that's kind of foreshadowing for the next season because he finally plays like with the end. So that's gonna be very fun to watch. Alright, so it looks like they're kind of gearing up to fight against... Oh, it's like, oh yeah, you're that dude from the shop tournament! So they all remember him. Oh my god. Yeah, didn't they have some, like, partnership, camaraderie going on? They understand each other as fellow scrubs. It's been a long time, Makimi. Cool trivia about the voice actor of Osamu is, if you've ever watched Gurren Lagann, my favorite anime that you see the drills of in the back, he's the voice actor of Kamina. So a very famous voice actor. And he does a lot of stuff, so... You'll recognize him from a lot of anime, actually. Alright, so so they're just like talking about how he lost back then, and now it's time to get revenge. Looks like that's kind of what this clan event is going for this time around, I guess. Alright, so he's coming back to Card Capital to show his powers now. Alright. I get it. They're really just pushing the same kind of... He's like, today... Because he was like, alright, let's fight. He's like, today I'm not going to fight with you. He's like, is there any other person I'm supposed to fight here? Oh, apparently it's like the day of like a shop tournament or something today, it seems to be, which is nice. Wow, imagine being like absorbed with Morikawa, of all characters. Oh yeah, they're talking about like the previous like shop tournament times. Alright. Oh, it looks like Morikawa left as well. Or he's leaving, rather, I think. Alright, I'm just gonna start skipping through because they're just kind of discussing this whole tournament thing. And he's talking about his beloved Megacolony and how he's going to show Morikawa the power. And that's your clan event. So, the Izaki one was a cool story, actually. This one's a little bit like, I mean, sure. So, let's get into it. So, of course, as usual, we have like these, like, you know, you have to get the tickets from character fights, and then from converting them at the event, you get these, like, beetles, and then you change the beetles into cards to roll the gacha. So, that's something, let's put it that way. So now I'll skip forward, you know, I'll just go through these and get to the very hard, and then we'll go through that together. Nearly 30 minutes later, we have reached the very hard. I was playing Aquaforce, like, through the autos, and then I kept not hitting the 4 damage or less requirement, so I switched to Dungaree. And now it's time to bring the thunder and roast these caterpillars. I'm gonna keep playing Dungaree. I had the Henry theme from G-Next blaring in the background as well, just like pushing myself to keep going. Feels good, feels good. Nothing like the good old Henry theme. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, it skipped. I'm not even sure if I'm going first. Oh, this is a pretty good hand too. Keep. I could use a better grade 1. Would like to call the Rising Phoenix rather than ride it, but we'll do what we can. Alright, so here comes a 10k base Girafa grade 1. He also whiffed the ride chain quite a few times actually in the previous difficulties, so let's see how it goes. But I will ride those Lightning and make it so that I can win. I think that reference will not be caught by many in this community. Or maybe it will, who knows. I'm not sure how much Vanguard cross-pollinates into the fighting game community, as I'm a recent addition to the latter. Right? It's a good old defensive crit. Never feels good. I mean, never feels bad to see that on your opponent's side. Better than being on the receiving end. Alright, calls down, makes a 20k column against my poor 5k Rising Phoenix. That effect is really cool, actually. Also, it's pretty strange how, like, the item of this event is bugs. You know, it's kind of, like, weird. I'm holding on to all these bugs in my pocket to exchange them for cards. I imagine you, like, walk up to Osamu and he, like, hands you a bunch of, like, bugs. Hands you a bunch of packs in exchange for catching bugs. Like, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, now we're in a bad situation because my hand is full of grade 3s. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. I think I'll just set up an intercept just to not die. I think that I'm actually in a risk of dying here. And we hit a draw, so that's not even bad. That is not even bad. So we actually get rid of this intercept. He has 4 cards in hand. That's the one thing about Megacolony is that without using, if you don't use machining, you don't actually get that much advantage, because at least machining, like, calls you cards without calling them from hand, which is nice. Oh. I don't think I remember ever seeing that animation. Also, I said the effect of the Girafa grade 0 wrong. It doesn't call itself out when a different grade 1 rides it. It calls itself out when the grade 3 Girafa rides it. Just like the Blau starter and Shadow starter. Ooh, gets a crit already? Wow. 1 to 4? Could it be? He can, the worst thing is if I don't pop a defensive... Okay, the heal's good. The heal is nice, but still quite worrying. I mean, that still hits me. It's 26. That's scary, man. That's pretty scary. Okay. 10k bases, but that's okay. We can actually get poppin'. I will ride this instead of the Vermilion, because I can kind of maneuver my way around a little bit. Alright, get some binds. Okay, good binds. Pretty good binds. Bind some more. Grade 1 is actually pretty appreciated. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that. I need to call the grade 2 again, just to, like, set up defense, because as you see, he has 1 card in hand, so he won't be able to break through it that easily. But I need to be careful. Alright, let me break. Bop. Just get that out the way. And then the rest I think I can keep for now. What do I have bound so far? Nothing too fancy. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Alright, I guess in that case we're just gonna go for, like, 1 Vanguard swing, and just try to push most of our damage with the Dungaree Unlimited. Alright, nothing there, nothing there. It's okay. So 1 damage is pushed. Another crit defensive. The things he says are so, like, I don't know, just strange. But yeah, so now next turn we can ride the Dungaree Unlimited. Totsugeki! Kogeki! Kogeki! Oh my god. Oh, wait, he can retire my grade 1 or less. Oh, he gets a stand too. It's gonna be nasty. I don't like that at all. Wait, I might die. Hold on. I might just die to this. Why? Why is he so strong? I don't like that I'm struggling here. Huh. Excuse me? Megacolony, man? You have... That is not what... Huh? Take that, you bug bastard. God damn. 4 damage or less too, baby. Let's go. The power of the Henry theme. If you've never heard the Henry theme, you missed out on the best season of Vanguard ever. Whew, alright, with that sorted, and over this whole thing taking me over an hour, it's time to roll some gacha. So, the contents we already looked at, let's open up with 2 packs first, and then do the other 10. So, as usual, that's kind of the average amount we get. Hoping for Master Beetles. Girafa, not that good. Let's go. Alright, and we get triple rare right off the bat. That's going to be already doing better than my Touchkaze one. Here we go. Bop, Master Beetle, perfect. Just what I needed. Give me a second one. Come on, baby. Alright, just one, I'll take it. But that's 1 Master Beetle down already. But man, like good pulls or bad pulls, I hate the way clan events are done. It's such an RNG festival and on so many layers. They really need to rework this, and I think a lot of people share that opinion. They just need to make it better. Like, it's actually easier to build main gacha clans than event clans, which is just ridiculous. Alright, 10 more packs, let's go. Triple confirm, please. Good. With that, I already have the same amount of triples I got from the Touchkaze event. And another Master Beetle. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Don't stop. That's the only triple rare I care about. Girafa does not matter whatsoever. Nice. I mean, that's optimal. That's what I wanted to see. There we go. Paralyze Madonna. Very good. Oh, the machining grade 3, also very nice. Water Gang, very good. Hey, I'm actually gonna be able to maybe finish this deck. The Girafa grade 2, don't really care about that too much. It's a good thing we read all the cards before we do the gacha. Don't have to stop and look at any of them. Oh, there we go. More triples than the entirety of Touchkaze. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Machining. No, sorry, not machining. Show me the Master Beetle. Okay, it's Girafa. I mean, I won't complain. A triple rare is a triple rare. Okay, this time it's actually going crazy. This time, this is like Neo Nectar levels of crazy. Oh my... Okay, this is going a bit crazy. This is actually going a bit crazy. Like, I don't normally get this kind of luck. Like... God, Jesus Christ, what is this? Like, thank you, Game Studio, but 2 of each triple already. Like, I already have 3 Master Beetles. This is another one of those day 1 finished deck situations. I don't even have 4 PGs yet, and I already have 3 Master Beetles. I mean, that's good. I literally don't care about Girafa at all, but Master Beetle, I can basically craft 1 just from doing the dailies. That is insane. That's actually silly. That's crazy. Okay. Thank you, Game Studio. This time you decided to treat me, and I definitely appreciate it. Let's pick up the bugs for the day. Don't forget do your VP dailies. Then we got the Megacolony card collecting daily as well. Or not daily, the lifetime event. To get 20 or more cards. 30 or more cards. That's quite a few this time around. Alright, and then you get your other event missions to get different cards. Hey, look, a PG. It's 2 PGs down. Very nice. And then more triple rare materials, so I'll be able to craft one last Master Beetle if I don't manage to get all of them. Hey, pretty good though. Some free packs as usual. Very, very nice. So, yeah, thank you, Game Studio, for the lovely bug gifts. I definitely appreciate it, which is pretty nice. So that was definitely a good result. Better than... I mean, my Cecilia pulls were about this good, but they were really good day one, then they weren't bad for like the rest of it. So I kind of imagine this will be similar, of just like amazing day one, and then probably fall down after that. But hey, pretty good. I guess you guys will get a Megacolony deck and fight after all. So what do you know? Game Studio decided to treat everyone. Alright folks, take care. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.